Ghana Sumubi Jumedie, Legacy and Sustainability Grants, Most Significant Change Story. Ghana Blind Union.
We had what we call the financial guidelines, which help to guide our financial operations.
Dr. Peter Obeng Asamoah, Executive Director, Ghana Blind Union, speaking.
Initially, our financial guidelines, we didn't actually have a procurement policy. What we had was we had a paragraph in our embedded in the financial guidelines that dealt with procurement. So a lot of our procurement issues were done with discretion.
Before Sumubi came, GBU didn't have all the necessary policies. And so when issues like this, at times I have to go to the executive director and then we sit down to discuss on how to go about it.
Sandra Opoku, Finance Officer, Ghana Blind Union, speaking.
When Sumubi came around, our financial guideline was actually reviewed. So we looked at some of the clauses that had to be worked upon and had to be modified. Now, we don't use too much of our discretion. We make a lot of reference to the policy document for guidelines.
Now we have all the policies that we are able to refer to when the need arises. And so now if there is a need for us to purchase or to procure something or to provide service, we don't have a problem now. We just go in for the procurement policy, go through and use that.
With the Legacy and Sustainability Grant, I think we have advanced in various stages. We first of all had opportunity to meet other partners. So we have developed some kind of networking, especially with the ADI, African Disability Institute. During the Sumubi project, GFD had occasion to make workshops for our women's wing, which is a very strong part of our organization. GFD also had opportunity to also look at issues of youth with us. So I'll say yes, we've learned from GFD a lot.
The NGO did a lot for my association in Northern Region, giving us a project known as Access to Justice.
Abraham Bankuso Bua, former Northern Regional GBU President, speaking.
A colleague actually needed support of a vehicle which can enable him to be up and doing. He approached a car dealer and monies were paid to the dealer, and before he realized the car which was given to him was not in good use. And for that matter, we needed the money to be refunded, and it became a problem.
When my husband and I planned to get a car, he informed his co-worker, the person directed him to a certain man who also worked in that same office, that he's a car dealer.
Aisha Abubakari, Sagnarigu GBU Secretary, speaking.
So when the information got to him, he told us that he could get us a car. He showed us pictures of cars. And then a brother of ours picked a color, which he told us that he could get it for us. When it was Monday, he called my husband and informed him that the car that he went and met wasn't all that good or at a good shape. So he has gotten a different one. The following day, we realized that the car wasn't good. Inside, it was just full of rubbish. The car was just dirty, and then like a whole lot of things. When they spark it and they are moving, it will be stopping.
They told me that the car owner has traveled to China. Unless he returned, that he will inform him our issue to see whether he can change a different car or give our monies to us.
Mohammed Imoro, Ghana Blind Union Northern Regional President, speaking.
That car was 45,000. So we pay 40, remaining 5,000 Ghana cedis. Just about 4 weeks, he told me that the car owner has come, but he said I should add money to that one before they can get me different car. So I told him to return the car. He refused. That is where we send the matter to court. So the court passed judgment and they ruled in favor of me that he should take the car and then pay my money to me. The court gave him 4 weeks to pay the money. So 4 weeks came and passed. He did not pay the money. He didn't even do any installment. The GBU had a project on access to justice. They organized a sensitization program for traditional authorities, and I was part of the meeting with my wife. So when we were discussing issues with traditional people, the challenges we face in the society, we brought an issue of our car. They told us that it's not too late. We can still bring it to the palace. So, and that is where he struggled and paid that money immediately. The case started in 2021 and then settled in 2023.
We're happy when the money was paid, but when we had it, we couldn't use the money again to buy a car because things were very costly. We could not get that same amount to get the car. So we took additional loan to be able to get it.
When one person offends another, the vulnerable would come to me to complain. Then I would summon the two disputing parties and justice is adjudged.
Sando Ziblim, Kasalgu Chief, speaking.
Therefore, I have been chosen to stand and fight for what is right. No one should exploit another. Our chiefs appointed us to stand for justice, and we will not disappoint them.
The access to justice, we have learned a lot and we had more experience because hadn't been the access to justice, the way the guy was misbehaving, we wouldn't have gotten our money now.
Justice is something that eludes a lot of blind individuals. And with the Sumugbi project, it was particularly focused on accessing justice. So for this, we have been able to reach out to our member. Look, this blind couple, without this project, we wouldn't have reached out to them.
Had it not because of the access to justice, we wouldn't have known the steps to take before succeeding. But through the exercise, that has made us to pass through the right channels for the redress. It was also used to sensitize the communities as how to live with BPS, and also far as to the radio stations to educate members on access to justice. Formerly, some of the members find it difficult to even report cases, but through the sensitization, they now come out willingly to report cases and they are tackled. So a great achievement has been done, and we thank Ghana Sumugbi Jumade. Thank you very much for your efforts.
What Sumugbi has done by strengthening GBU and also linking up us with other partners and also going down to the grassroots to helping us to reach people at that level, the grassroots level, to help change their lives and give them hope in what they are to expect and help them stand up for themselves. I think in that respect, Sombi has done wonderfully. So even after they have left, we see ourselves as a stronger entity, and we know that we'll be able to achieve more, and we have more references to give. And by strengthening us, Sombi has indeed helped to strengthen the numerous blind and partially sighted persons in this country.
Special thanks, Ghana Blind Union, Dr. Peter Obeng Asamoah, Sandra Opoku, Abraham Bankuso Bua, Aisha Abubakari, Mohammed Imoro. Ghana Sumubi Jumedie, funded by UK Aid from the British people. A 550 production for Ghana Sumubi Jumedie.